Alright, hellos. We're the last trial deck, which is number 5, Prison, or Sarah Snow. Recently, Prison was number 1 in Mexico. There was, out of the 4 that topped, 3 of them were Prison, and then I'm not sure what the last one was. But Prison, number 1. Cool. Reason why Prison number 1 is because of this card. Or, technically, this card. Grade 4. We'll talk about that later. So, the red line, nothing changed. Grade 1 does nothing. Grade one written to the grade 1, you grab this from the deck, add it to your hand, and then you can play it immediately. You rest a unit, you soul charge 3. Easy. Next is grade 1 or grade 2. Take a card from their hand and put it into prison. And then grade 2 or grade 2 to 3, you Caravan Blast, you take 2 cards from their board and put it into prison. And then the grade 4, you Soul Blast 1, you Caravan Blast 1, you shove 2 cards from their hand, 2 cards from the board, and 2 cards from their soul into prison. And then you do that multiple times. The grade 4 skill is, other than Caravan Blast and Soul Blast, another one is, it gets the front row plus X power for every 2. It gets plus 5 for every 2 cards into prison, and if there are 10, then front row gets a crit. So in other words, if you imprisoned 15 cards, then it's 30k front row and then a crit. So prison is very powerful right now. It probably will still be, so it's part of the meta. So that's the prison. We'll go over its grade 1s and 2s and its 3s. So grade 1s, I have this just so then I can potentially add more cards into prison. I'm not sure if most people run this or not, but I do. It's a tech card. Another one is this guy. I would run more of him, but it depends on what the matchup is. Other one I run is 4 Gleamer. Most people cut this out completely and run more of this, or another 2. I just like it just because the fact that I can shuffle the deck and then get another copy of her. She is free if I have 3 or more cards in prison, and then she gets plus 5 if I have a Sarah Snow as a Vanguard. Next is PG. Nothing new about that. Grade 2 line is for the promo. Soul Blast 1, take a card from their top of the deck, put in the prison. Doesn't matter what it is. Just shove something from the top of their deck into prison. Cuffs, take a card from their hand, similar to what the grade 1 does. A grade 2 does, except that it's on place, rip a card from their hand, and they draw a card. The other card is this blue hair chick. When she attacks, or usually when she attacks, and your opponent guards against this attack, regardless of what cards they drop for her, it goes into prison. And then an order card. This order is Soul Blast 2. Soul Blast 2 and back row wipe into prison. There's another grade 2 that's not mentioned here. I think I have it somewhere. It's if they have 5 or more cards in their hand, rip 1 out, and that's it. This for sure. Oh, here it is. This card. Soul Blast 1. If your opponent has 5 or more cards in hand, rip 1 out. Another card that's also not mentioned in here that I have is this Curl. You Soul Blast 1. You take a card from the front row and put it into prison. She gets plus 5, and then when intercept or when put in Guardian Circle, if you have 3 or more prison cards, she gets plus 10k shield. Yeah, 10k shield. So it's also another card that I didn't put in here. Another card note is this guy. He's only good. The the Gundam, Dinosaur Gundam. He's only good in early game, which you rest him, you take a card from their drop zone, put into prison. Be warned, if you don't have anything else, then I guess use him, so then you can start to get to 3 as quickly as possible. Um, Unfortunately, this girl got rotated out, but this girl was useful a while back. The reason why she was useful is that when she's in front row, any card that gets called back from prison minus is 5k. So you can get your cards back with prison. You just yet to pay the cost, which is Soul Blast 1 grab 1 or Crown Blast 1 get 2. So if her skill would kick in, any cards that will leave the prison, she will minus power. But there's a lot of things you can get around with that. So another card was this, that she was rotated out as well. If you have prison, you put this into guarding circle. It's a perfect guard. You Soul Blast 1. Alrighty. Now we go over the. Oh, we have one more card. You have this grade 3. This grade 3 is nice to have. The reason why is because she could basically counter anything and everything. The only problem is if you don't have 5 cards in prison. If not, if you do have 5 cards in prison, she can attack. If you have less, she can't attack. What she does is, when this unit attacks, your opponent cannot call normal units from Guardian Circle and not call Blitz Order from their hand. So basically, you can't PG her in a sense. Alright, now we go over triggers. 2 draw, 2 front, 4 heal, 7 crit, 1 OT. Soul's important in this deck, that's why I use the soul crit. Most people use the vanilla one just because it's more power, but it's optional what you want to do. OT is front row gets double power, double crit. So always you're gonna be base 1 crit. So double power and double crit is nice to front row. That's what the OT does for this. So that's prison in a nutshell. It's very powerful. It's very unfair. It's Nobutamas in a Branke deck. Most important pieces are your promo, your tough springs, this guy, and your 4. To be honest, that's basically what the deck is. Your grade 4, and your tough spring, and your promo. That's pretty much it of the deck for prison. Any questions? Feel to comment down below. Hopefully I can answer it. Thanks for watching. Bye.